Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt fired up, ready to conquer the world after watching a motivational video, reading a quote, or hearing an inspiring story? Your chest tightens. Your heart beats faster. You say, "This is it. This is my moment." But then, the next morning hits. The fire is gone. You hit snooze. You scroll. You wait for that same feeling to return. But it doesn't. And before you know it, the version of you that was supposed to rise stays buried in the same old routine. We've all been there. Because motivation feels like a drug. It gives you a high. It lifts you up. But like all highs, it fades. That's the dark side, the part they don't talk about. The trap that keeps people chasing emotional sparks instead of building an unstoppable inner fire. You see, motivation is a liar. It tells you that you need to feel like it to get started. It whispers, "Just wait for the right time." And if you listen to it long enough, your whole life becomes a waiting room, full of hope, but empty of action. Let's get this straight. Motivation is not your friend. It's a flaky visitor. It comes and goes as it pleases. Sometimes it shows up when things are easy, when the weather's nice, when the music is loud, when the crowd is cheering. But the moment things get uncomfortable, when it's cold, when it's dark, when you're tired, alone, or facing real obstacles, motivation vanishes. It ghosts you, and you're left standing there wondering what went wrong. This is the truth most people never realize. The people you admire, the successful ones, the strong ones, the disciplined ones, they're not running on motivation. They're not waking up every day excited, pumped, inspired. In fact, most days, they don't feel like it either. But they do it anyway. And that is where the power lives. Before we move on, if you like these videos and find them helpful, can you do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to my channel? This small action helps me a lot, but most importantly helps other people improve their lives. I am truly grateful to every single one of you. Thank you. Let's move on. Let's talk about the real enemy here. Comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. It tells you, you've done enough. It says, relax, take it easy. It keeps you warm, safe, and small. Comfort will let you stay exactly where you are for years and convince you that you're being smart for doing it. But nothing grows in comfort. You can't transform in a cozy cage. You need pressure, you need resistance, you need challenge. And above all, you need discipline. Discipline is the real hero of the story. But it's not shiny. It's not sexy. Discipline doesn't make headlines. It doesn't go viral. Because discipline is quiet. It's the alarm at 5 a.m. when no one's watching. It's saying no when everyone else is saying yes. It's doing the work when you're sick, when you're tired, when you're uninspired. Discipline is what turns average people into beasts. It's what takes you from "I wish" to "I did." And here's the part that will blow your mind. Once discipline is in place, you don't need motivation anymore. Think about that. You become unstoppable. Because your actions are no longer controlled by your feelings. They're controlled by your purpose, your vision, your commitment. That's freedom. That's power. That's how empires are built. Not on good vibes, but on grit. Let's break this down. Imagine you're standing in front of two paths. One is paved with motivation. It's smooth. It's exciting. It has flashy signs that say, "Start today. Live your dreams. Feel amazing." But a few miles in, the road crumbles. The lights go out, and you're lost, unsure, and alone. Now the other path, it's built on discipline. No lights, no music, no crowd, just a solid, rugged road. It's tough. It's uphill. But every step you take makes you stronger. Every obstacle you face gives you more armor. And the further you go, the clearer your vision becomes. That's the path that leads to real transformation. See, discipline doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't wait for the stars to align. It just moves. And every time you show up, even when you don't want to, You're building something way more powerful than motivation could ever give you. You're building identity. You're telling your mind, this is who I am now. And eventually, your actions don't just follow your thoughts. Your thoughts begin to follow your actions. That's when the game changes. So why do most people stay stuck? Because they keep waiting for something to change outside of them. A new year, a new coach, a new podcast. But nothing changes until you change. And that change doesn't come from waiting. It comes from deciding. It comes from drawing a line in the sand and saying, no more. From now on, I move regardless of how I feel. It won't be easy. You'll want to quit. You'll hear the voice that says, you deserve a break. But that voice is a test, and every time you say, not today, you take your power back. That's the beautiful irony. Discipline, which feels like a burden at first, becomes your greatest source of strength. It makes life simpler. You don't have to negotiate with yourself every day. You just do the thing, because that's who you are. Let's be real. The world doesn't need more motivated people. It needs more disciplined warriors, people who show up, people who don't flinch, people who don't need a pep talk to do what needs to be done. That's rare. That's valuable. That's powerful. And you can become that. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because here's the truth that will set you free. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You've just been feeding the wrong wolf. You've been chasing feelings instead of feeding your fire. But that ends today. Today you stop waiting for motivation and you start training your discipline. Because discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And soon, the things that felt impossible will become automatic. You'll wake up earlier without a fight. You'll train harder without excuses. You'll work smarter without burnout. You'll keep promises to yourself. And nothing will feel better than that. Because when you trust yourself, you become dangerous. Unshakable, unstoppable. So let the others wait for motivation. Let them keep scrolling, keep dreaming, keep wishing. You move different. You're building something real. You're on the long road, the hard road, the right road. And every step forward, even the small ones, are steps out of your old life and into your true potential. You don't need to feel inspired. You just need to start. And then keep going. One disciplined choice at a time. This is your wake-up call. Not to do more, but to be more. To become the kind of person who follows through, who doesn't stop, who doesn't need hype. Because you've got hunger. You've got heart. And now, you've got the truth. Motivation will lie to you. Discipline will save you. So what will it be? If you made it until here, leave a mind emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and finish what they start. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and keep improving day by day. Together, we are unstoppable.